Welcome to WBUGZ, The Bug Report, your source for Ashes of Creation bug identification. I'm your host, it's Sukes. We have just been through the third Alpha 2 weekend. Our field researchers spent the weekend documenting their experience. Here are some of the bugs that stuck out. Initially, entry back to Vera is difficult to describe. Our researcher survived, only barely. After our researcher escaped the sketchy login, the terrain was looking more like Minecraft than Ashes. When opening the node window, we keep getting prompts to pay taxes, but shows we are paid up. We are happy to report that the bug where combat settings are not persisting when you log out seems to be crushed. Our researchers had many connection to realm timed out crashes. This weekend, we found several terrain bugs. Here is an odd triangular-shaped hole. Sometimes the mobs full-on tremors into the terrain. Mob leashing is being weird. They follow for a while, then just stop. They don't return to their previous location. This creates problems on the road. Cool terrain glitch. This area is not heavily traveled, so it has likely been overlooked by the devs. Not a game bug, but a human one. Our researcher forgot that they did not have gills. There is a bug with fishing commendations not tracking any fish being caught. This is the screen when we hit the play button from the character selection screen. Not an in-game bug, but a bug nonetheless. After the servers went down for an update, all the gathering commissions that were in your journal were not working at all. Some of the NPCs do not have names. This one is Quest NPC Master. Or maybe this is his name, and we are being insensitive. Mob responsiveness has been improved, but there is still odd behavior from the mobs. This raven was nowhere in sight on the way to harvest this node. For a second, our researcher almost had a stroke when they saw that their warehouse storage was empty. Luckily, it went back to normal, but that is definitely a bug. A returning bug at the warehouse storage where you cannot move items between your inventory and your storage. The fix is you have to log out. The way the terrain interacts with the road here doesn't look very natural. Roads are dynamic to node development, so in some places the roads don't play nice with the terrain. A common sight at Winstead, the roof pigs, eating the roof. Mob leashing is inconsistent. Sometimes the mobs stop and attack mid-leash. Here, the wolf just runs on back. Our character has adopted an interesting horse riding technique. Mob pathing has gone through a good bit of improvements, but is still a little off. There are still a lot of objects that are without texture. Most of them are stones. Our character is working on a second unique horse riding technique. This one, less impressive. Why are there hostile mobs in the node? Where are the town guards? Someone needs to be fired. It's odd. Here there are two ember springs right next to each other. We were able to attune to the first one, but not the second. Not sure why, but the quest objective appears as a silver diamond instead of the yellow gold indicator on the map. Progress in this event is counting backwards, so technically we aren't killing these mobs. We are duplicating them. Our third horse riding technique is one of which the horse appears to be attempting to land. This was relatively common, especially during laggy times. Our initial attacks don't register right away. This mob, like the other, doesn't register the attack right away, but also spontaneously recovers all its health. The final bug and reward for our node finally completing the smithy. 3 of the 4 vendors spawned very much out of reach. The majority of our time in the third weekend of the Alpha 2 was attempting to contribute to buy orders for our node smithy. We earned 304 node currency, meaning we turned in over 30 buy orders. Next weekend is a busy weekend IRL for our researchers. We are unsure how this will affect the next bug report, so be prepared for anything. That's it for the bug report. Good hunting, everyone, and remember, /bug.